Nearly a month after a deadly bus crash involving members of its baseball team, Iowa Lakes Community College has now come to a decision about that team's season. The Lakers will take to the field for the first time since February 7th, this coming Friday, March 13th. They'll travel to Minneapolis to take on Minnesota North College Mesabi Range at US Bank Stadium. In a statement addressing the return to competition, the Iowa Lakes athletic director said in part, returning to the field is not about moving on, but about moving forward together. For the last month, members of that team have continued to recover from the February 11th bus crash in Calhoun County, Iowa. One team member, freshman outfielder Carter Johnson of Rapid City, South Dakota, died. 7 other team members and the bus driver were injured. The Lakers' home opener will now take place on March 28th in Estherville against Kirkwood Community College.